Hi, my name is Bo Bell, and this is my wife, Leslie. We grew up here in Moultrie, in fact met when we were in elementary school, began dating when we were juniors in high school, and got married after our sophomore year of college. We've raised 3 children here in Moultrie and have been married for 46 years. When I was 7 years old, my maternal grandparents were brutally murdered. That tragedy had a profound effect on my family. The way I dealt with the pain of what happened to my grandparents and the aftermath of the turmoil in the family was just to shut down emotionally.
My mother was married multiple times while I was growing up. Each time she got married, our home was filled with bitterness, rage, violence, and fear. Bo and I got married when we were 20 years old and I think we only knew one thing, that we loved each other. But we had no idea how deeply wounded we were and how those wounds would impact our relationship.
But our pain was multiplied exponentially when our youngest child, Brian, came down with spinal meningitis at 6 months of age and became profoundly deaf as a result. Dealing with those issues just made me tremendously bitter and angry and even more withdrawn and emotionally shut down.
Personally, I couldn't understand how a loving father could allow that to happen to my son or to me. Much later, he took me to the foot of the cross and showed me that not only had he planned the cross for his own son, but that Jesus' mother was standing at the foot of the cross the day he was crucified. And I just remember thinking, if he will allow that, who am I to think that I'm not going to have some pain and suffering in my life? He began to teach me that the way I was responding to the pain was really the problem. It wasn't the pain, but that the way I was responding to it was what was destroying our marriage.
When Brian lost his hearing, I wasn't even saved. I didn't blame it on God. I didn't even know God. But the thing that affected me so deeply was that, we want things to be perfect for our children. I wanted a perfect child to live a perfect life, and this was a very imperfect thing. It was just a very painful experience, but the beauty of it was that God used that pain that I could no longer contain, I could no longer stuff down, to draw me to Himself. I loved Leslie. When we started dating in the 11th grade, I knew almost immediately that she was the girl I wanted to marry. But I really didn't know what love was. I didn't really know what true love was until I gave my life to Christ, and He filled me up with His love, His unconditional love. That's when He taught me how to love my wife the way that He loves me.
You may believe that your pain has been too great and has lasted too long, and that there's absolutely no hope for your marriage. Satan wants to use that lie to destroy your family. Don't believe it. Stake your life and the life of your family on the truth of the Word of God. His Word says that all things are possible with Him. He resurrected a dead man 2,000 years ago. He can resurrect your marriage. Persevere in love. Don't give up on God. Don't give up on God's love for you, and don't give up on loving one another. Bo and I promise you it'll be more than worth it.